I've got one of these Apple wireless keyboards and I'd like to connect it to my iPad. I sometimes find that when I have a lot of information to type, I've got a big report to write, that it's easier to have a full screen on the iPad and use this keyboard to type. It's the Apple Bluetooth keyboard, but the technique applies not just to your iPad, but to your iPhone and iPod Touch. So you can use a full-size keyboard with your iPhone or with your iPod Touch. I need to go back to my settings. So I'm going to hit the Home button and then tap Settings. I'd like to go to Bluetooth and I'd like to search for a device. Now my Bluetooth's turned on. Yours has to be turned on if it's not already turned on. And then you have to turn on your keyboard. So I've just activated my keyboard. It comes up here saying it's not paired. Now I've previously paired this keyboard so it knows who I am. So it's currently looking for lots of devices, to whatever I've got, if my phone is nearby, or mice, or keyboards, or any of that kind of thing. So I'm going to tap on that because I want to pair with this particular keyboard. It brings up a number which I have to type in on my keyboard, and when I do that, it then connects my iPad to my keyboard. This will allow me to use that keyboard to type into my reminders or any application. So let's try it out. Let's go to our reminders and I can start a new reminder. Now I'm using the keyboard now. You notice I didn't bring up the keyboard at the bottom of the screen. I'm typing directly on my Bluetooth keyboard and it's going straight into there. Hit the return key, create a new one. And so on. So this is a great way of having more screen space and a separate keyboard. I do find the big keyboard a little bit more comfortable, although I've got to admit, if you're traveling, it's a bit of a hassle. I noticed recently on a plane safety video, I was told to turn off all my Bluetooth devices, which means that Bluetooth keyboards are one of the things you've got to turn off. When we're editing things with our keyboard, if we double click on that, we can select, so we can copy. What we should find is that we can actually use some of our keyboard shortcuts. So copy and paste keyboard shortcut, which is Command C and Command V. If you hold down the Shift key and use your arrow keys, then that does the selection thing. Command X will cut, Command V will paste. So it is kind of handy to have that kind of thing. And Control Z undoes, which is quite handy. So if I select that and I delete it, I can undo it. So the keyboard does give you a few extra benefits.